room.
Let her go.
Get her out of the room.
Get her out. Get her out of the room.
My name is Nick Waskew, and for a decade I've investigated the country's most haunted locations. I've experienced many things that I cannot explain, and so my fascination with the afterlife continued to grow.
What room number is this? Did you hear that? He just said F you. That's not very nice. I'm a natural.
This is his first time touching a piano.
Notice they're listening. They're not even coming.
Where did they leave? Great!
Wow. Did you hear that?
I did.
Is there a portal here?
Portal, yes.
I was thinking of maybe bringing my work clothes and hanging them up in here in a rack. Get out.
My quest for answers found me going outside of the box and not limiting myself to asking Spirit the same questions that many investigators before me have already asked. I wanted to ask and learn about the afterlife. I assembled a team called the East Coast Spirit Chasers. Each teammate brings a unique skill set, and together, our chemistry has captured some of the most compelling evidence ever seen. Over the next 3 days, we will be investigating 3 paranormal hotspots that have a dark and disturbing history. With this documentary, not only will we try to validate the claims associated with the locations, but we will try to uncover clues about the afterlife. What is the purpose of life? I don't give a fuck.
Hi, my name is Tracy Kelly. I'm a professional photographer by trade. My love for tinkering with electronics has led me to develop several key pieces of equipment that we use on a regular basis to great effect. Digging deep into the history of spirits that are attached to these locations gives me the opportunity to communicate on a more personal level. Can we pause this so I can take a shit? Nick calls me the paranormal Swiss Army knife because I'm so prepared. If there were a zombie apocalypse, I would be the one that everyone would want to turn to and run with. I'd be the first to go into the dark room with a creeper. But only Dave can make me scream like a little girl.
You're looking at Dave Legender. I'm a high school history teacher and a former Civil War reenactor. I'm able to corroborate evidence while providing historical context. With my background, I've been able to draw in veterans, soldiers, and younger spirits. The team knows me as the fearless one who'll complete any dare, venture to any hotspot, and someone who runs to the evidence, not from it. I'm the prankster in the family.
Wash your hands!
David, Patrick.
I need help.
And I won't come away from any investigation without providing a jump scare to at least one of my teammates.
My name is Melissa Waskew. My teammates will sometimes refer to me as Malexa because I'm always researching for locations. I'm super organized, and if you ask Nick what I bring to the team, he'll give you a funny response.
Look how important Melissa's position on this team is. Nobody, and I mean nobody, puts batteries in like this girl right here. Come on. What's more important for paranormal investigators than fresh batteries and their equipment?
I'm good at remembering all the small details, and that comes in handy when piecing clues together during the investigations.
Answer.
Barking one more.
Try on one more.
Yeah.
My name is Travis Gilbert. I have been seeing and communicating with spirits since I was a child. I was afraid to tell anyone, and I didn't tell my mom until I was a teenager. My special needs have given me an advantage because I am not affected emotionally. I have befriended several spirits who continue to follow me and offer support and protection for me and the team.
My I can't. My name is Terry Gilbert. You're looking at Terry Gilbert. Hi, I'm Terry Gilbert, and my fascination with the afterlife began when I experienced my first spirit 20 years ago. Very naive and not knowing paranormal was a thing, I didn't talk to anyone about my experience. When Travis became a teenager, he became interested in the paranormal, and we started investigating. As time went on, my feels or gifts grew stronger. My training as a medical responder and being a mom has made me a beacon for spirits, both good and bad. And my communication with children and vulnerable spirits is a valuable asset to our team. Being an empath, I frequently take on the feelings and emotions of spirits around me, and this often affects me physically, making me emotional or very sick. Face is burning. It hurts. The team says when I'm being affected, that means it's going to be a good night.
What do you think about paranormal? Do you believe in spirits and all that stuff?
I don't want to believe in spirits.
You don't want to?
I don't want to, but if I ever saw one, I'm pretty sure I'd run really quick.
Yeah.
So if I was like 50 years younger, I might be with you.
And we'd love to have you.
And if I'm 10 years older, I hope I'm not with you.
Travis, you're just letting all the women do the work, right?
Yeah.
Tracy, we're filming your butt. There we go. We got some bullet holes in so that we blend in with the locals. We are East Coast bug exterminators.
Ashmore Estate started out as a poor farm in the late 1800s up until about 1959. Then we were a psychiatric hospital, then a nursing home. We closed in 1986, sat empty for about 20 years. Then it was turned into the jump scare haunted house, and then Robin bought it in 2014 and has turned it into what it is now. I've seen everything from shadows, full-bodied apparitions, EVPs, audible voices. We've had knocks, whistles, doppelgangers. Everybody has experiences one way or the other.
There's basically two spirits out of the building that we feel might still be interactive with people. One of those is Joe Buxom. He was hit by a train in a small town just kind of northeast of Ashmore. And he wasn't killed by the train, but he was kind of clipped in the side, we think, from the train. And some passerby found him, and he was walking back to Ashmore, and the passerby found him, and they brought him back to the building, and then he just didn't make it, later died. Joe was a man that was pretty much like the groundskeeper type person out there, and kind of a fix-all type guy that did things on the property. He was mentally challenged. He actually did die in the building that's there now, and he was basically down in the boiler room area, and we still think he's down there, and that's where he's at. Seems like a lot of people investigate the property there, especially females. When they go down there, they have problems in that area, particularly, because it doesn't seem like Joe likes them down there. Elva Skinner was not a resident of the current building. Elva was in the prior building. She was getting ready for breakfast, we were told at one point, and her dress caught fire. And due to the extent of the injuries from the fire, she perished. She seems like she's kind of stayed with the property and kind of attached to the property out there.
All right.
That they found unplugged.
There's 2 floors.
You got the remote, Dave?
Ooh, it's creepy.
For the lights.
That is creepy.
You gonna put them on?
Oh, okay.
This room.
Travis, let me know if you see anybody.
You getting something here?
There's in one of these rooms. We did.
This is like a congregation room where they all come hang out.
Is this the old furniture?
I have the escape route if anything goes down.
We'd like to invite all the spirits of Ashmore Estates to come into this room and talk to us. Can you come here and tell us your name, please?
Spirit voices can be captured on video and audio recording devices. This communication comes through in a frequency that most human ears cannot hear. This is called electronic voice phenomenon, or EVP.
Is there anybody that's attached to this doll here on the chair?
Why don't you leave this building?
Listen closely to what sounds like a child spirit answering Dave's question. This very telling answer confirms that he or she is not trapped here and has free roam. A second spirit, which sounds like an adult male, comes through, further validating that not all spirits are stuck at locations, but perhaps choose to stay here because Ashmore Estates was a significant part of their lives. A REM pod is a device that creates an electromagnetic field around its antenna. As the energy from a potential entity breaks this field, the LED lights are activated depending on the source proximity, strength, and EMF distortion. As I am reviewing the audio of our questions that we had just asked, our REM pod begins to light up. This happens at the same time when I asked the spirits to interact if there was a presence inside this doll. If there's someone in this doll here, can you light up this device right in front of it? If there's someone in this doll here, can you light up this device right in front of it?
That thing just beeped.
Uh-huh.
As we move on in our investigation, we catch an anomaly on video, immediately followed by an EVP. Listen closely to what sounds like a spirit announcing their intentions. Could this be a former patient or a spirit that just did not want to deal with us?
Is this the third floor?
Yeah. I guess this was like their day room.
Watch toward the top of the piano as this anomaly quickly comes into the picture. Could this be the spirit whose voice we just caught on camera?
Whoa!
Watch Terry lean a little too far back in her chair. This is not paranormal, but deserves a second look.
She went back further than she expected.
A ghost box is a device used to communicate with the dead. It requires a radio that has been hacked to continuously scan. A noise filter is used to help eliminate the radio coming through. Within that frequency of the scan, spirit voices can come through.
Whose room is this?
Elva!
Elva, I'm sorry. What happened to you? How did the fire start?
Yes.
On the morning of February 15, 1880, 4-year-old Elva Skinner woke up and got out of bed. As she dressed by the fire, her clothes ignited and Elva Skinner burned to death. As we are talking about Elva, listen closely to a flurry of responses as she wanted to make her presence known.
She was from the first poorhouse, and I think they rebuilt. Because Elva is said to be.
Did somebody just say right?
Elva acknowledges Melissa with the phrase, "You got it right," when mentioning that Elva was from the original poorhouse.
So I don't know if
It's me, it says.
I'm special.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you just say
Fuck
fuck
you?
you? I heard that.
I heard it.
That wasn't very nice.
It could have been while they were insane.
It was very clear that this message was for Dave. We don't believe this last response was Elva, but maybe a more introverted spirit.
Heavier energy up here.
What makes this response so remarkable is that Terry is a former EMT. Could this be the reason that this spirit is calling out for help?
Heavier energy up here.
This is where the
I just heard noises in here.
You know what? Let's ring the bell and see who comes.
Oh, that was them in there.
Alright, I'm gonna roll EVP.
Okay, Travis wants to ring the bell.
Hello? I'm looking for some help here.
Nurse.
We ring the bell and he says, asshole. Are you here? Are you here?
It seems the nurses at Ashmore are on a break, and this could be why the patient Terry encountered is crying out for help. We continue on with our investigation. Our video camera captures this absolutely chilling scream. Nobody heard this in real time, as you will hear that nobody reacts to this sound.
That white door.
In there.
This one right here.
As we investigate on another floor, we catch a breath on one of our stationary cameras. Hannah Watson-Reno was a volunteer at Ashmore Estates who tragically passed away in a car accident in August 2020. This building was her second home, and so it was no surprise when people started making contact with Hannah's spirit. This room has a memorial dedicated to Hannah and her lasting memory that she had left behind at Ashmore Estates.
Is it still recording, Terry?
I don't know. I didn't touch anything.
No, I'm just saying, it doesn't have the red light on. Huh. It's alright.
No?
It is now.
I've been carrying it around.
It's alright.
I've been acting like I'm filming.
That's it, right?
Is Hannah here?
Famous?
Famous.
Could we have made contact with the spirit of Hannah, who is acknowledging the outpouring of love that she has received since she has passed on?
Dead?
Who's dead?
Are you trapped here? Yes.
so lost.
Earlier in the investigation, a spirit mentioned that they were free to go wherever they want. As we make contact with this male spirit on a different floor, I ask him if he is trapped here, and he tells us that he is. This leads us to believe that based on individual circumstance, spirits may feel like they are trapped unknowing that they can potentially move on.
Why don't you leave this building?
Prison. Are you trapped here? Yes. Did you know Hannah? Did you know Hannah?
Those stair lights just went on and went back off.
Yeah, they've been doing it the whole time.
Why? What's activating them?
I don't know.
Something catches Dave's eye as he is standing outside the room. He notices that a motion light in the staircase had went off. We then try to make contact with whatever this was that set the light off.
Yeah, they've been doing it.
It's off now. It was just on and it went off.
Where's the stairs?
That way.
No, the stairs over here too.
Over here?
Wow.
What was that?
Maybe by the stairs?
I thought it was underneath us, to be honest.
Well, it seemed like it was that way.
Can you make that sound again?
It's not going on now. See if you can get that motion detector going when you walk under it. Could go. But something set it off before.
It's been going on and off since we came up here, I noticed.
Bat was flying around in here, maybe?
Yeah, there's a bat right there.
Oh shit, that could be it.
Yeah.
Nick?
Yeah.
Debunked.
There's a bat in here that might have set off the motion detector.
Oh, there you go. So it's debunked.
We debunk this motion light going off as being a bat. This is not paranormal.
The noise wasn't debunked.
No, the noise was definitely not the bat.
Oh my God.
What?
A bat.
Oh,
Where?
It's
went that way.
That way.
Okay, so
Maybe that. Whoa.
we're gonna try this again.
Maybe it was.
Hi.
That was the shadow figure.
So Terry,
Pushing her in there.
did you try to push her in there?
Did.
All right, so that's what you heard was.
Whoa!
Another one just like grazed my head.
It touched my head.
Oh, great.
That's my daddy.
Well, we were afraid of the bats. We'll walk in when they're spirits, but forget bats.
Do you see anybody, Trav?
No.
Okay.
Are you disappointed in anyone?
You're not gonna believe it. When Dave asks, "Are you disappointed in anyone?" they said the waitress at the Mexican restaurant in Punxsutawney.
Oh. That's a full second. That's a lot of energy.
That's a lot of energy.
So,
We were all disappointed in that.
how do you feel about that?
Disappointing.
I am surprised he knows her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the spirit
They get
knows all.
around,
Spirit
yeah.
knows all. Do you like the bats as much as we do? Look at this.
We begin an EVP session in an area where Terry picks up on an energy. As soon as we start, our REM pod goes off.
Good job.
Okay, so you can see everybody's way over here.
As something sets off our REM pod, we bring out the ghost box to try and make contact with this specific spirit.
What can you tell us? What they used to do here?
I'm here.
I'm here. Who are you, sir?
Trick.
I'm here.
I'm here.
What are spirits?
How do you feel about the afterlife? Are you comfortable?
This incredible response just leaves us with more questions.
How do you feel about the afterlife? Are you comfortable?
This was the last contact that we would get from the spirits in this room. We decide to move on to what is considered to be one of the most active areas of this location, the boiler room.
Tracy, which way are you going to be pointing the camera?
This way, our group.
I'm going to point it this way. Who's the man in the boiler room? Are you still working here?
A tall guy?
Where?
Behind him.
As we begin an EVP session, Travis immediately sees a man standing in the corner, observing us.
Can I take your picture?
In the corner here?
Okay. Can you say cheese?
Even though Travis could see the man in the corner, Tracy's photo shoot would come up fruitless.
Who's the man in the boiler room? Are you still working here?
We strike out on EVP. I then decide to take a different approach and walk up to the man that Travis sees.
There you go.
How are you doing, sir? Would you like to do an interview for us?
Can I take a picture of you for the interview?
Can you tell us your name, please? Can you tell us your name, please?
Did you used to work here?
Why haven't you left?
What happened to your wife?
As I begin to review this EVP session, Terry picks up on the presence of the man that Travis sees.
Actually.
I'm being touched by a man.
You are?
By a man.
Joe was a man that was pretty much like the groundskeeper type person out there. And he was basically down in the boiler room area, and we still think he's down there, and that's where he's at. Seems like a lot of people investigate the property there, especially females, when they go down there, they have problems in that area particularly, because it doesn't seem like Joe likes them down there.
What's he wearing, Travis?
Almost like a uniform.
What kind of uniform?
Is it like a one piece? Can you tell?
Custodian.
Does it have a name tag on it?
No.
No.
So it's more like a jumpsuit?
Mid-20s, late 40s.
Mid-20s to late 30s.
So let's have Travis go and try and talk to him.
Okay.
Alright, there you go. Oh, that's like a badass right
I
there.
need this. I need this.
Let me get
bad.
this.
Okay.
Me too.
What did it die? Do you like pie? My favorite pie is apple. What's yours? Do you know any single ladies?
Do you know any single ladies?
You did awesome.
Travis's different line of questioning would break the ice with the spirit that he physically sees. Up until now, this entity has been observing us.
Do you know any single ladies? Do you know any single ladies?
Oh my goodness.
Hold on. They know who we are. What if somebody sat where he's sitting right now with the recorder? You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
Listen closely, as this experiment would get us an absolutely incredible response. As Travis sits where he sees the man, we get this EVP acknowledging Travis taking his seat and providing some fascinating validation.
Just sit where he is, and maybe being in the same exact spot will get us louder response.
Do you think Dave is an ass? Do you have any kids?
Sit where he is, and maybe being in the same exact spot will get us louder response.
What did you say?
I am up.
So he got up for Travis to sit down.
Oh my God!
Can you
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The tone.
When you listen closely, you will hear this EVP twice. This is an amazing example of frequency and how EVPs travel from the spirit realm to ours. Think of spirit voices coming across as echoes. In the first I am up, you can hear the actual tone to this spirit's voice. As it travels the frequency, it connects back into our realm, changing the tone. This is why many spirit voices come across as whispers, when in some instances, spirits may be shouting. We tried one last experiment with Joe. In our research, we have learned that spirits are drawn to those who have abilities, which is why Joe took an interest in Terry early on. We also believe that spirits can read your thoughts. In this experiment, Terry took the digital recorder and asked questions in her mind that she had written down. Unfortunately, we did not get a matching answer to Terry's questions, but we did get some interesting responses.
I'm going to ask the questions in my head. I'm going to ask the questions in my head. And we're going to see if you can give a response out loud, okay? And
not only do these EVPs let us know that we are in the presence of multiple spirits, but they are talking among themselves on Joe's behalf. We believe these responses to be Joe, as he mentions that Terry knows about him. However, our talk with Joe would come to an end as another spirit comes through to let us know that Joe had moved on and left the conversation.
What is that on the windshield? What is it? What? On your windshield. There's something on your actual windshield? Did you get a ticket? But for what? What did we get a ticket for?
where did we get a ticket? You're such an ass! You're an ass! What is it? Violation. Let's get them.
No, they already know.
Tracy knows?
Yeah, everybody knows.
Oh, you're such an ass. I was like, where the fuck would we have gotten the ticket?
Can we get a high chair for him?
I am the curator here at what we call Malvern Manor. The building itself was actually constructed by this gentleman that we affectionately refer to as the Captain. A lot of people claim to run into him up on the second floor, which is kind of his stomping ground, so to speak. I'm fairly confident in saying that the good Captain isn't too cool with what we're doing here. He's kind of a grumpy old dude at times. At the building itself, it ran as a hotel all the way up until the 1950s, so it had a pretty good run. Now at that time it kind of takes an odd turn, becomes what we would consider to be more of like a nursing home type of setting, right? So the nursing home itself doesn't really last that long, only a couple of decades really. Its primary function was a hotel. They were shut down then in the 70s, History becomes the most fascinating for, geeks and nerds like myself, and that is where it becomes the group home. The group home is servicing any form of mental disorder you could possibly imagine. A lot of the clientele here was things that we see every day. People with Down syndrome, people with drug and alcohol abuse, like very common type ailments. And then of course, you have people on the opposite side of the coin, more exotic cases. People with DID, or what we used to refer to as multiple personalities. Schizophrenics, even murderers are housed here. So this is a very eclectic group of people like coexisting under the same roof. Our resident spirits, as I like to call them. Gracie was DID, but also schizophrenic on top of all of that. So a very chaotic mind state. Now they would hear male voices coming from Gracie's room and obviously have to check that out, because like having a guy in a girl's room, especially in a facility such as this, was a big time no-no. Like she was able to shift and manipulate her voice to sound male, which medically speaking is fascinating, just given the fact that there are night and day differences between male and female vocal cords. So 3 nurses went in, sat with Gracie for just an hour. And during this hour, they documented 13 separate distinguishable personalities, which is almost medically unheard of. Like the wheelhouse would be about 2 to 5 for somebody with an affliction like this. Spend significant time in what we call the nursing home wing, because that's also where we experience what we just call the shadow man phenomenon. The shadow man is a very large, black humanoid figure. He'll come out of what's called room number 2. He will turn and then he will run at people that are standing down more towards the nurse's station. Now what's interesting about it is it's traveling the distance of roughly 40 feet in less than a second. It is moving that fast. Now this is also what will send the majority of people out the front door, right? We've had overnight groups stay as little as 30 minutes.
Rebecca put a male in her room. She tends to project the feelings that she had for being dropped off here. A lot of the things that I get from her are, I wasn't pretty enough, he doesn't love me, why did he leave me, why am I still here, things like that.
As far as activity goes, you can pretty much expect everything.
I've been stoked about this. I've got all kinds of plans for this. I know it's gonna happen. I feel it.
And we've got some crazy experiments.
It's awesome.
I know.
Before every investigation, we typically go live on Facebook. While we were setting up our equipment, it was brought to my attention that there was a serious situation unfolding that involved Terry.
And we're gonna put her in the room alone, and we're gonna hopefully get some interaction.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh, Terry.
What the fuck? Get her out. Get her out.
Can you grab the trash bin? Come on.
We'll carry this.
With you. You know what? Go in the bathroom.
No, let's get her out of the building right now.
Grab some cold water with paper towels.
One of our medium friends contacted Terry and asked, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, why?" And she's like, I have this feeling seeing your photo, because we've, posting social media stuff. And she's like, I feel something with your chest. I feel nausea. I feel like you're being stabbed. Yeah.
This is the first time she puked up blood.
What? You puked up blood?
I mean, it's not a lot, but it's enough that's the first time for her.
I felt it coming.
All right, let's go sit on the grass.
And all that happened when she brought the bag in to me, right?
Yeah, I came outside and went back in.
Interesting.
Now you washed these clothes. They're not that smelly, right?
Watch closely as we notice something in the shot where Terry is vomiting blood. We have darkened the video so that you can see this better. Look toward her left and you will see a shadow figure in broad daylight move away from her. Could this be the entity that was affecting her? What my cell phone microphone catches next is certainly interesting. Listen closely as you will hear what sounds like a woman trying to get Terry's attention. She then tells Terry to feel better and then screams. We cannot say for certain if this was just the neighborhood as we are not in a controlled environment. Could this be a random person on the street or could it be one of the spirits of Malvern Manor? Did you have pain anywhere?
No, my stomach just didn't feel good. I still feel like I need to. No, my stomach just didn't feel good. I still feel like I need to.
Where's Mel?
In the bathroom.
Mel, you want to get sprayed when you come out?
You may want to spray that bathroom when she comes out.
Oh, God.
We begin our investigation in Gracie's room, looking to make contact with her many personalities.
Okay.
You ready?
Is the room?
This is
Is this the room?
This is the room.
I'm picking up a female.
Travis quickly picks up on a female presence. It is important to note that he and Terry do not go on walkthroughs or research location details.
I'm getting a really.
You'll see that this is not going to harm you.
Oh, really what?
It's just going to light up some different colors.
Stabbed in my eardrum.
Stabbed in your eardrum.
Like it's in this ear.
Did that happen to you?
Like my ear. If you touch different spots over there, it'll change color.
Alright, let's talk to her. Hello, we are friendly. We mean no harm. Who are you today?
Could this be the spirit of Gracie, joking with us, saying that at this moment, the personality that she is identifying as is a dog? Or perhaps she's being serious? Or perhaps this wasn't even Gracie, but another spirit curious to make its presence known.
Is it true that you have different personalities?
We switch to the ghost box, and our REM pod in the chair begins to go off.
Who's in that chair right now? Can you identify yourself, please?
Travis, is somebody behind me?
Female. Female.
Old or young? Tracy.
Middle age.
What does she look like? Can you describe
She's doing
her?
something to my back. She's hurting my back.
Skinny. Unattractive.
Okay.
No one on the date.
Is she off of you, Terry?
Yeah, I don't feel it right now.
Who was messing with Terry? Did they treat you bad here?
No.
Were you lighting up our device? Not only do we get the response messing when asked about Terry being affected, but we now get a spirit acknowledging that they have been interacting with our REM pod. This field is all about validation, and we are very excited by these responses.
Gracie, are those your glasses?
Those glasses.
Oh,
You know what?
These are Gracie's original glasses.
See what you pick up off of them.
Here.
Where?
Prescription.
It's just glass.
Oh.
Look at that. We're getting a reaction because you're putting her glasses on.
Is it okay that I try on your glasses, Gracie?
You look older already.
I could see really well with them. She touching my head?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Nothing on the connect.
We're definitely getting reactions with you putting her glasses on.
Yeah.
Gracie, is that okay that she's trying on your glasses?
Follow me. Follow me.
Oh my God, did you hear that?
Is that what she said?
Yeah. Could this reply be Gracie letting us know that she does not want her personal belongings to be touched and is telling Terry that this is a problem that she is wearing Gracie's glasses?
She is right on me.
You're feeling her? What is she doing, Travis?
She's staying things, right?
Is she mad, upset, what?
It sounded like somebody just said help them or help him.
I can't tell.
What comes next is absolutely chilling. Listen closely as a male spirit warns us about Gracie. This would foreshadow physical consequences that Terry would soon have to face.
Watch out.
Watch out. This was clear.
Yes.
Watch out for what?
Watch out.
Watch out. This was clear.
Yes.
Watch out for what?
As we leave Gracie's room and head down to the Shadow Man's area, we learn that Terry is being physically affected. I think I want to go a little closer that way.
Is his room over there, or does he just get seen?
End of the hallway on the right. It's a padlocked door.
Was someone in here burned?
I don't know.
It's possible.
My hand is burning.
Your hand is burning?
My left hand.
Alright, I'm gonna bring this stuff because... Are we taping this because it's not staying shut?
Yes. That's me.
Just my hand. I don't see anything, but it feels like it's burning.
Where? On the palm?
My whole hand.
Your whole hand is burning.
Yeah.
Dave, can you hold this? Just document this. Okay. Hold this in that hand and ask questions.
Who's here with me right now? I'm sorry that happened to you.
Listen to this. Could Terry's burning hand be the result of putting on Gracie's glasses? Or could this be what our psychic friend picked up at dinner long before we arrived to Malvern Manor? Unfortunately for Terry, she's experiencing another physical attack. One of our medium friends contacted Terry and asked, "Are you okay?" She's like, "I feel something with your chest. I feel nausea. I feel like you're being stabbed." We are in the Shadow Man hallway, and Terry's abilities begin to pick up on this entity. She asks for a book that Tracy had purchased that has Malvern's history and a listing of patient names.
Do the EVPs?
You got some?
Is your real name Harry?
Did you affect Terry before? After we get this creepy response from the Shadow Man, it is clear that he enjoys establishing fear and in many cases charging at people, sending many investigators out the door. We decide to take an unusual approach in trying to establish contact. Dave, I need you to come down there and I want you to tell some jokes.
Oh God, I'd have to think about a few.
Oh, come on, you're like, Dave, you're like this with the jokes.
Hold on.
He's got the Rolodex of jokes. You have like one or two prepared?
I got one. I'm going to try and think of the other one.
Just walk down there.
I don't want to give a bad joke.
Okay.
All right.
All of the
I'll do
family.
some basic generic ones then. How far down, Nick?
To that door that's padlocked.
Oh, okay. That's cool. All right. I think your name's Harry. All right. I think your name's Harry.
Since the Shadow Man and Dave both enjoy the thrill of scaring people, I wanted to see if this entity would open up with someone that he could relate to. While Terry came up with the name Harry, Dave was able to get her some validation, and we got an important piece of the puzzle to this mysterious entity.
Harry, do you know what's invisible and smells like carrots? Bunny farts. Do you know how many Frenchmen it takes to defend France? They don't know. It's never been tried.
Really? First joke about farts?
I wanted to see, one of those is a World War II reference.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was around in the 50s and 60s, he certainly would know World War II.
I'm laughing. Maybe the whole idea of doing this experiment is amusing to him.
We continue our investigation by moving down the hallway toward the Shadow Man's door. Here we will try to make contact using our ghost box.
Is Mr. Shadow Man here?
Do you know you're dead? Somebody laugh. Do you know you're dead? Somebody laugh.
Our music box begins to go off. Perhaps this is the Shadow Man trying to lure someone out so that he can charge them. My curiosity gets the best of me, and I want to go alone.
He may be doing that to lure somebody out.
To rush them.
Listen closely to the ghost box as a spirit acknowledges my bravery. As I am venturing toward the music box, Terry takes a page out of Dave's playbook and tries to catch me off guard.
I'm gonna turn this off right now. Really? Really? Listen, I heard 100 steps before you even got near me. You didn't get me. Did you like that?
This experiment gave us incredible responses showing intelligent interaction. At one point, Spirit seems to be amused by Terry's prank. When I mention that Terry's prank failed, Spirit then sarcastically says,
did you like that? So what about me, Harry? Are you gonna charge me?
We feel that we have a level of respect with the Shadow Man. To many, he comes off as menacing. However, our approach got him to open up, and in turn, got us some incredible interaction.
The noise came from either here or here. Do you see anybody?
Is she asking about her man?
I'm not really picking anything up at the moment. Almost like hair pulling.
Hello! Oh my god,
Yeah.
my hair just stood up.
He wasn't on the tour.
No.
No,
You would have no idea.
No.
Rebecca was the one that was dropped off by her husband. Would stand here at the sink, looking into the mirror and like pluck the hair out of her head.
I wasn't pretty enough. He doesn't love me. Why did he leave me? Why am I still here?
I loved him. Holy shit. I loved him. I'm sorry that you feel that you are unwanted.
This would be the first of many very telling responses from Rebecca, validating her very sad story.
And think about it, her husband dumped her off here.
And that was
maybe
his
she was
reasoning.
saying,
That
I'm not
happened-
crazy.
That happened to a lot of
That
women.
happened to a lot of women.
This is Captain hallway.
Yep.
Travis, check out that mirror.
Right there.
Actually, before he does that, can he check behind Terry because she said something's following, and I want to see if it's the captain.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, he saw the captain earlier.
Is that a portal?
Yes.
What do you see in the portal?
Different faces.
Young or old?
Young.
Are they doing anything?
No.
They're just hanging out?
Yes.
Okay. We continue our investigation, heading to the attic to talk to an entity who calls himself Number 1. Hello?
This is your area here? You run the show?
Yep.
Why are you... When looking around the attic, you will see many offerings, such as alcohol bottles, cigarettes, and playing cards. Number 1 was telling us as soon as we started that he requires a gift for conversation. Number 1, we've got a gift for you. We hope that you'll like this.
It's Irish whiskey.
We play a game showing Number 1 an offering and question whether we should leave it. This is to trigger an intelligent response.
Maybe you don't want it after all.
You don't want this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see all those bottles there, and they're all full, so I think I'll just drink this and toast to you. How's that sound?
That's fucked up.
Start walking away with it.
No, you don't.
That's what this is part of it.
That's part of it.
Go ahead.
All right.
Tracy's gonna go.
He knows the intent.
Go see if Mel wants some of it.
I mean, it is a Bushmills Irish whiskey.
Yes, I want. Yes, I want. Wow.
That was beautiful here, dude. You can have it. That's all I was asking for.
It's yours.
Thank
Well,
you.
oh, jeez, I said.
He scared himself, I hope, and that's on camera.
Whatever.
He's that good at scaring that he scares himself.
As soon as we gave Number 1 his offering, our camera begins to glitch and does not stop until we leave the attic. What's up? We're at...
Oh, I thought we sent a picture. I didn't know you were videoing.
Where are we?
We are at Ben Franklin's.
We're at a place called Ben Franklin's. They have a casino here. It's a big time spot.
It's a big town.
This is where people come for gambling and vacations. They come here, as you can see.
It's a big tourist
There's
area.
a lot of tourists that are lining up to play the casinos. Oh, there you go. See there? Oh, look at that. One of the tourists just came up. I think she's gonna win it big.
We actually have a table for you guys to bring coffee.
Oh, you're so stupid. You're so stupid. Get it. I knew something weird was going on because I saw Nick point.
He was talking about rooms, ice.
Somewhere around 1846, the entire property, which was over 200 acres, became the county poor farm. It was an actual working farm. If you lived here, you worked. Kids were here, adults were here, men, women, didn't matter. What they did want was what they called able-bodied people, and that meant they needed people to work on the farm. And then in 1929, when the Depression hit the country, the poor farm system started to collapse. The facility, we were told, was run by the county until about 2004, and it was generally for lack of a better term, a group home for adults with mental disabilities. Way back when, people were called insane. We have no clue what their definition of insanity was. As sad as it is, some of the treatment choices back then would not be allowed today, but the county was unwilling to put any more money into the building, so that company left. They left in November of 2010, so it was an operational facility up until that time. We are the first private owners of this place. We intend to be the last private owners of this place. Some things started happening that we couldn't explain. Being touched, being pushed, hearing things, having your hair pulled, seeing figures. I personally see what I like to call peekers. They're the ones that kind of peek around the doorway or up in the windows. There is activity here. There is something here that cannot be explained.
Almost anything you could imagine. I experienced, shadow people, phantom voices. I actually saw my first full-bodied apparition.
It is kind of a cat and mouse location.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I hope you guys have your walking shoes on tonight.
Yeah.
That's almost the personality of the place. I want to sit down here. I want to have a conversation. Well, too bad you're gonna have a door slam. Down the hall, upstairs, downstairs.
So you pick up all your equipment, you run down to the other end of the hallway, and then it happens down where you just were. I call him the creeper, and I think he is somewhat what people call the Joker. He especially likes women, so he'll like to follow around behind people. And he was here when it was part of the incurably insane location, so he did have a mental disability, and he has zero concept of personal space. Down the men's wing here, everybody calls her Susie. I'm setting up the DVR system. I hear just this little tune get hummed. Sure enough, I see this little shadow pop into that first doorway to the right there. I actually call the big man. The times I've seen him, he's a larger figure to me from what I've seen. Crouchy is a good word. Cantankerous. He's occasionally confrontational.
We begin every investigation by introducing ourselves as a showing of respect for coming into a spirit's home. We quickly get a response that we believe to be a child spirit.
Was that a kid?
Yeah, that was a
that's
kid.
a little kid.
What's your name? What's your name, buddy?
In the paranormal field, we call this an intelligent response. More so because this child spirit mentioned that I was her favorite.
What's your name, buddy? What's your name, buddy?
Could one of these child voices be the spirit of Susie, a curious spirit who has been known to follow investigators? We head to the basement, which is considered one of the most active areas. This is home to many spirits, most notably a spirit that many call the Joker.
So who hangs out down here?
Do you like when people try to communicate with you?
Do you know any of our names?
This fascinating response further validates our theory that spirits know everything about you. Dave does not go to locations and advertise that he is a teacher, yet this spirit already knew that he was. My team likes to joke that I often react wildly to some of the great responses that we get. This is me trying to temper my excitement and share a great EVP.
No, that's her stomach. Was there a ship? Did he say ship?
I said fuck. I said
He
fuck.
said fuck, but I think I swore.
I heard shit after that. I heard shit after fuck.
Or did I go fuck and then say shit?
I don't remember you saying shit.
I was like, fuck. When I heard her stomach, I thought there was like an amplified voice back there.
Although our discussion seems a bit silly, we were able to debunk that this was in fact Dave and not an EVP. We want to switch to Ghostbox, but our radio hack is not cooperating. We send Tracy and Dave to get a new one, and as they are away, we plan to scare Dave. This experiment is to trigger a response from the Joker, who is mischievous himself.
There's some sounds that are going on over here.
Where? In here?
And it's
In here?
And it's
Boy, you got dirty.
Wow. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
What?
Sprite complex all over me.
We begin our Ghostbox session and immediately get a spirit that gives us a warning. We can't help but wonder if this was directly meant for Terry.
Listen. Who's here with us?
Hi.
Here. Tell me that. Here. Tell me that.
What do you know about the guy on the second floor, the big shed?
When we have a curiosity about certain entities, we often ask other spirits to give us their thoughts. Listen closely as a few spirits give us more warning about the big man.
What's dangerous? Did they say us?
That's what I thought.
Are we in danger right now being down here?
Since Joker and the big man are the two most dominant spirits, I ask if the Joker could beat him in a fight. The response that we get is very telling.
Could you beat that guy on the second floor?
I
I couldn't know. Is that guy on the second floor more powerful? Could you beat that guy on the second floor? Is that guy on the second floor more powerful? Does he run the show here?
People down here might necessarily not be able to go up.
My camera light, I just put a new battery in.
It's draining?
Yeah.
Listen closely as Terry mentions moving on. A creepy voice then interjects, agreeing that we should leave.
We need to get the show moving.
Yeah.
We head to the boiler room to see if the Joker will follow. Travis then sees him standing inside the room.
Travis, you see him?
Yeah.
Where? Same spot?
Yeah.
He's right where he was?
Yeah.
Travis saw Joker earlier during a solo walkthrough before the investigation. Dave begins to snap pictures in the direction of this entity, and we get a fascinating response.
Alright guys, let's take some photos. I don't know if I'm going to get anything. Joker, are you strong enough to reveal yourself in this image? Reveal yourself in this image? Reveal yourself in this image?
This answer lines up with our belief that spirits can interact based on the amount of energy that they have. They draw energy from electronics and batteries, which explains why Tracy's infrared light was suddenly drained.
Alright Joker, we're going to ask you some questions. so we can tell your story a little better.
So Joker, Travis is telling us how tall you are and the appearance that you're giving. Clearly you're trying to scare people. Are you exhibiting this behavior because it's different for you than in life?
He's still there?
Yes.
Everyone talks about you, but do you run the show here, or does he?
We continue to get clues from the spirits, letting us know who is in charge here. It seems that the residents that have continued to stay behind all fear the big man.
All right, why don't you leave me and Travis here for a little bit? We'll do an EVP session.
We leave Dave and Travis behind.
What was that?
Hoping that Dave's prankster personality will get the Joker to open up more.
Dave, you got a flashlight?
I want Travis to have a flashlight.
Okay.
Oh.
As we clear the room for Dave and Travis, pay close attention as we capture a voice that sounds like it's someone who may have known Dave.
I'm going to start now, see if I get anything. So I'm going to go quiet.
We can't say for certain that this is paranormal, but right before Dave begins his session, we get this unusual feedback on our video camera.
I'm going to start now, see if I get anything. So I'm going to go quiet. Okay, Joker. There's a lot of people wondering who you were. Are you trying to escape that name you had in life? Do you like who you are now better? Is there anything you would do different? Who are you angry with? Who let you down in life? Do you think you'll ever be okay?
We feel that these incredible responses humanizes the Joker, which goes against his reputation of being an aggressive entity. We move on in the investigation into one of the patient rooms for a role-playing experiment. Dave will be playing the role of an orderly, and Melissa will play the patient. We are hopeful that this interaction will trigger other spirits to join in. As we leave Dave and Melissa behind, an infrared light on our camera begins to malfunction, causing a flash that will continue throughout this session. Dave begins the experiment, offering Susie, who is one of the known child spirits, an offering.
Now, Susie, I'm asking you to help me. Bernadette's in a bad place right now. She's not feeling good about herself. We want to try and get her to feel better. If you can move any of the balls on this floor to indicate to me that you want to help her, or if you can light up any of the devices to show me that you want to help her, I feel really bad for her right now, and we got to do something to try and make things better for her. So please let me know if you can help me in any way. I'm going to ask you about your situation. Oh, you're lighting that up. Oh, you found out how to use the device now that I moved the doll. Her family has not been answering her letters. She's very depressed, and I'm very concerned for her. So I'm going to ask you some questions, Susie, on this device here. Did you hear that? I heard a noise.
Not only did Dave hear this as a disembodied voice and acknowledged it, but this was a fascinating response as we catch a spirit showing empathy for someone else. Now, to be clear, we do believe Spirit knows everything, and they do know what we are up to, but this particular spirit was willing to play along.
Here. What we want to do is we want to help Bernadette. I want to ask you some questions.
Could this spirit who is calling my name be the same one who earlier said that I was her favorite?
What's your name, buddy?
Listen closely, because what we capture next is absolutely incredible. You will hear a conversation between what we feel is a child and adult spirit. In our research, we have learned that it is very common for adult spirits to become guardians to the younger ones. In this case, the child spirit wants to interact with us, but the adult tells them that they want the child out of the room so that we will move on. What's fascinating is the frequency that this EVP comes to us, as you will hear it sound very electronic, similar to the unusual sound that our camera caught when Dave was trying to communicate with the Joker in the boiler room.
Are you strong enough to move one of these balls on the floor? Are you strong enough to move one of these balls on the floor?
After the adult spirit told the children that he wanted them out of the room, all activity came to an end. We then moved on to the area in which the big man has been known to be the dominant spirit. Throughout the night, we would get warnings from other spirits.
Could you beat that guy on the second floor? I could not.
And what we encountered is certainly a moment in which we will never forget. As we move on in our investigation, Melissa and Terry are talking about one of the rooms. At this exact moment, we get a grizzly man's voice come through to let us know that he is in the room.
What? That wasn't the gentleman. It looked like it at the time. What? That wasn't the gentleman. What? That wasn't the gentleman.
We also catch this white mist right before the spirit tells us that he is inside the room. Look closely as we have slowed it down so you can better see it. As we continue our search for the big man, we split up to do an experiment with the ladies on one side of the floor and the men on the other side. Little did we know that the big man was closer than we thought, and he would soon make his terrifying presence known.
Yes?
Oh, we're going dark?
As we are ready to go lights out, we capture a voice that mentions that this entity is also going to go dark. However, his version of the word dark would be more insidious.
What was that sound?
As the guys hear a sound in the hallway, I use my walkie-talkie to ask if the girls heard it as well. At this point, if you listen closely, you will hear footsteps entering the girls' room. Could this be the big man that we have been warned of?
What was that sound?
Please.
What was that sound?
Someone jumping.
Nothing in here.
Oh, I heard it.
But we heard something walking, or I heard a ping.
What did you say? What was that
sound? What?
Someone just touched me.
Someone just touched Terry.
You alright? You want a light?
Well, wait, I don't know if you're sitting by the chair.
I can't. Something's wrong.
Do you want me to put the light on?
Someone help me.
Yes.
Down here, something's wrong with Terry.
What are you feeling?
I think something's trying to get me. I can't.
What are you feeling right now?
Like the train's out like anyone, something was.
This swiping motion that Terry does is very interesting considering we caught a mist doing a similar action when Terry was about to enter the room that she is currently in.
Like I couldn't stand. I had to say, help me.
You're like weak right now?
She couldn't even stand up. We had to help her like sit back down too.
Wanna get out?
Do you feel like anything's on you?
No, I feel that.
No.
The room?
Are you picking?
No, I didn't feel it until just a second ago.
Are you picking anything up in the room?
It was behind me. I
Where's
felt
her?
it.
Oh, okay.
I felt it like, and then I jumped up.
You feel like a weight on you?
Yeah, like and then I jumped up, and then I went weak, and I had to say, help me.
Travis, you seen anything in here?
No.
No, I felt like it's on now. As soon as we called for help, it left.
You want to go outside for a minute, or are you okay?
Okay. It was trying to get me though, whatever it was. Or maybe it was just trying to scare me.
Alright, let's try this again.
Let's go down there. We'll go radio silent again.
You okay? You okay? It doesn't sound
She throwing up?
Alright, let's go down.
Okay. Try to breathe like you're breathing through a straw.
Alright,
Like you're breathing through a straw. Okay.
So did you?
Alright, get away from her. Get away from her. Get away from her.
Get her out of the room!
Let her go!
Get her out of the room!
Get her out! Get her out of the room! Let her go!
Get out of the room! Get out of the room! Get out of the room! Let go! Let go! Let go! Do you see anything, Travis? Stay away from the stairs. Where are you going? I don't want you to fall. Breathe. Breathe. Just breathe. Concentrate. 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 Sit down. Sit down if you have to. Sit.
He talked to me.
He?
I saw him walk in the room.
A guy?
I told Tracy.
Here she did.
What was he?
I don't know.
We're down there?
I told
Trev?
Tracy.
What?
He's by Dave?
I told Tracy someone walked in the room. And then
What's he look like? He's not the guy from the basement.
No,
What's he look like?
he's taller.
He's standing right to the right of him?
Yeah. He's almost to the ceiling.
Hold on.
Why would he choke her? What's his point?
Fear!
he's trying to scare me.
Hold on. Why did you do that? Do you like picking on women?
The big man is making it clear that this is his territory and we don't belong here.
You try to show off that you're tough by picking on women?
He went into the room.
Into that room down there?
Are you?
Where that stuff is.
In here?
Yes.
Blocked off from. Well, that's where he was standing, right?
We have shared personal stories and experiences of those who have encountered the afterlife, highlighting the emotional and transformative aspects.
Holy shit.
While we have been able to validate certain claims, we have also been able to disprove some of the alleged personality traits that have been attached to some of the more well-known entities.
And then he will run at people.
You gonna charge me?
We have learned that in death, our consciousness can still feel sorrow and empathy. We have learned the importance of sharing these stories and experiences, as they have the power to inspire, comfort, and transform. We have caught glimpses of something beyond our reality, something that challenges our perceptions and pushes us to consider the impossible. As we conclude our journey into the unknown, we are left with more questions than answers. The paranormal remains a mystery, a reminder that there's still so much we don't understand about our world and our place in it. But perhaps that's what makes it so fascinating.
We killed her!
The unknown has a way of captivating us, of drawing us in with its secrets and its shadows. As we've explored the possibility of a conscious afterlife, we've delved into the greatest mystery of all. What lies beyond our mortal existence? And while the answer remains elusive, one thing is clear. The human experience extends far beyond the confines of our physical bodies, and it all points to a profound truth. Consciousness is the essence of who we are, and it cannot be extinguished.
I take that as do what you feel.
Okay, I like that.
That was. You little. How the fuck did you?
Look at that! Get that on camera, you good?
Hold on, watch.
I think Dave scared whatever was there down this hallway.
My throat hurts. I scream so loud.
Okay.
Travis, you knew about that?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? This is Nick with your favorite paranormal team, East Coast Spirit Chasers, and today we are coming to you from underappreciated Fremont, Ohio, from titillating Winchester, Indiana, from the lavish Auburn, New York, from tantalizing Windberg, Pennsylvania, from galvanizing Mitchell, Indiana, from the vivacious Portland, New York. Buenos dias, mi amigos, as we are coming to you from a place that is muy excelente. We are in Mexico, New York, from magnanimous Winchester, Indiana, from Dunkin' Donutlessville, Villisca, Iowa. There's no Dunkin' Donuts here, and although that's criminal, it pales in comparison to the site of tonight's investigation. From the charismatic Atchison, Kansas, from heart-stopping Proctor, Vermont, from award-winning Wilmington, Delaware, from spiffy Newcastle, Pennsylvania, from picturesque South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, from the geographically accurate Weston, West Virginia, from luxurious Louisville, Kentucky, from enthralling Rockville, Indiana,